Have you ever come back from a holiday more tired than when you left? We rush through airports, cities, and schedules, chasing moments we see but barely have time to feel. Is this what travel looks like for you? Constant motion, endless checklists, the pressure to see it all. But what if the secret to seeing more of the world is actually slowing down? Imagine fewer destinations, longer stays, deeper connections. Travel that isn't about ticking boxes, but about being present. Because maybe the real adventure isn't how far we go or how much we see, but how deeply we experience the places we reach. We live in a world that's moving faster every day. Instant messages, fast food, faster everything, with less time and more to do. And somewhere along the way, our travel started keeping up with that same rhythm. I used to think the more places I could fit into one trip, the more stories I'd have to tell. But that wasn't the case. When I look back on those trips, I remember the rushing more than the moments. Suitcase half unpacked, constantly checking the time, the next train. Flights, queues, photos. They're not how it felt to be there. We've turned traveling into collecting destinations instead of experiencing them. And the faster we move, the less we seem to feel, to connect with the places we visit, the people we meet, even with ourselves. The good news is, as with anything in life, you do have an alternative choice. One where you don't have to race from city to city, ticking off sites from a list and calling it an experience. There is another way, one that feels calmer, lets you connect deeper, and makes you feel more human. It's called slow travel. What makes it different is simple. It's about how you travel, not how far you go. It's choosing to take your time, to stay longer, to give yourself permission to pause and really be somewhere. Notice the small things. Church bells in the morning, the smell of freshly baked bread drifting from a bakery, light touching walls of buildings with sunset. It's not about doing less, it's about being fully present, instead of rushing from one point to the next and missing everything in between. Because sometimes the real beauty of travel isn't found in movement, but in the moments when we finally stop rushing. Slow travel matters for more than how it looks in photos. It changes how travel feels. It turns stories about places into experiences that stay with you for a lifetime. And it leaves a positive impact behind. Firstly, it matters for you. When you slow down, you give your mind and body time to catch up. You actually rest. You notice things you'd normally rush past, the movement of light throughout the day, the fresh smell after rain, laughter outside your window. Traveling slowly lets you return home calmer, clearer, and more connected, not just with the world, but with yourself. It also matters for the planet. One long train instead of several flights cuts your footprint in a big way. Staying longer means less transport, less waste, more appreciation for what's already there. And finally, it matters for the communities you visit. Stay longer, spend locally, at family cafes, guest houses, neighborhood shops. You start to know people by name. You become part of the rhythm of that place, even for a short while. Because when travel slows down, something deeper happens. It stops being just a trip and starts becoming a connection. Like most things that go against the pace of modern life, slow travel can sound hard to imagine. We're used to things being instant. Fast food, fast results, fast everything. So slowing down feels like it doesn't quite fit the world we live in. But slow travel isn't about dropping everything and disappearing for months. It's about approaching travel differently, something anyone can do, no matter how much time you have. People say, "I don't have the time." But it's not about how long you're away. It's about how you spend the time you already have. Even a long weekend can be slow if you stay in one place, explore at your own pace, and leave room for moments that just happen. Others say it's too expensive. But travel less, stay longer, and you often save more. Fewer transfers, fewer short stays, more chances to eat and stay locally. And some say it sounds boring. I can understand that. We live in a world that celebrates noise and movement. But slowing down doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing things with intention, and those quiet, unplanned moments often become the ones we remember most. Slow travel isn't about changing how far you go. It's about changing how deeply you experience the world once you get there. Slow travel may not be for everyone, and yes, it might sound a little philosophical. But it doesn't need to be complicated. Just a few small changes can completely shift how you experience a place. Here are 5 simple ways to start. 1. One base, one story. Choose one place and make it your base. Explore side streets. Talk to the same barista each morning. Learn the rhythm of that neighborhood. When you stay still, the world around you starts to open up. 2. Travel slowly. Take the train when you can. Walk when you're able. Linger between destinations. The journey becomes part of your story. The view from the window. The strangers who become short-term friends. Maybe even one for life. 3. Leave white space. Don't fill every hour with plans. Wander. Get lost. Follow curiosity. Those unscheduled moments, that's where real discovery happens. 4. Be mindful. Notice the textures, the sounds, the smells. Write them down, sketch them, photograph them, not for social media, but for memory. Mindful travel turns ordinary days into meaningful ones. 5. Support locals. Spend where your money makes a difference. Family-run guest houses, local cafes, small markets. The people you meet become part of your story, and you become part of theirs. Slow travel isn't about rules, it's about intention. A way of saying, I want to see less, but experience more. And once you start traveling this way, it's hard to go back. Slow travel is more than just traveling. It's a mindset about how we choose to move through life. Not everything meaningful happens quickly. Some of the best moments unfold slowly, quietly, when we give them space. When you stop rushing, you start noticing. Light shifting through the day, footsteps on an unfamiliar street, the feeling of belonging in a place that isn't your own. That's the beauty of it. Slow travel teaches presence, patience, and gratitude. It reconnects us not just with the world, but with ourselves. So next time you plan a trip, choose one less destination and one deeper experience. Because when you travel slowly, you don't just see the world, you start to understand it. And sometimes that's how life changes. one slow journey at a time. If this way of seeing the world resonates with you, stay tuned. Let us show you how travel can be an opportunity to slow down, to learn, and to grow, leaving you with stories that become part of who you are. This is Covert Pathways. See the world. Change your life.